Yeah, I mean, not a great day for us, to say the least. Give Illinois a lot of credit. Um, we knew what kind of an Illinois team we were going to face today. This is a really proud, winning championship level program that has had a little bit of a rough stretch, and so we knew coming into this building today we were gonna get everything they had, and that's what they did. They in every facet of the game to start that game, physicality wise, effort wise, 50-50 balls on the glass. I just thought they were the tougher team. They were the hungrier team. We didn't respond to it well. The initial punch that they hit us with early, and I'm disappointed in that because for the most part, that's not really who we've been, but that's who we were today. And a big part of that was because of Illinois. So give them credit. I thought their guys had a real sense of purpose today, and Brad had him ready, and which I knew he would. And they did a great job on both ends of the floor. And you can't get down 20 plus at half in a building like this and expect to come back. And I was proud of our fight. That's we're gonna keep playing to the final buzzer, and that's who we are. But it was a little bit too little, too late, and we got to get home and get ourselves ready to try to get one on Wednesday night.
Tom Sajevic obviously didn't play. That's the 7 foot center. But what did you think about Perez Johnson's performance? Being able to fill in at that 5 spot.
Yeah, I thought Morez was great. I mean, I've seen him play since he was in ninth grade. I mean, he's a warrior. He's tough. I'm a huge fan, and he's a really good player now. He's going to be a great player. He's a hardworking guy. I thought he finished well around the basket. Thought they put him on Nick to start the game. Thought he did a good job. The shots were there from three, and Nick kept wanting to kind of get closer. And with Morez, he's an outstanding shot blocker and he's strong. So Nick wasn't really able to get to his hooks and kind of shots around the lane, in the large part due to Morez's defense, which I thought was great. And he had a hell of a game. Give him a lot of credit. He's a really good player, and he's only going to get better.
This is the second season, where you've won a tough overtime game at home, and then there's been a big win for Illinois here in Champaign. Is it the respective atmospheres? I mean, what do you attribute that discrepancy to?
Yeah, just how the teams play. I mean, our atmosphere is pretty good too. I mean, I don't think it's atmosphere. I think it's the players playing the game. I mean, they're a really good team. They're really good in this building. Crowd is great. It's a great atmosphere in here, but it's more about the execution of the game, and the fight and the players making the plays on the floor. And their team did that at a much higher level than ours today.
Chris, Brooks obviously has taken some beatings here, but
Yeah.
what limited him tonight? Was it Illinois or?
Yeah, I mean, look, I mean, you guys know. I mean, you guys have been following. I mean, the kid's an absolute warrior. He took a really hard fall the other night, busted up his nose, dinged up his wrist a little bit. He's been dealing with a foot issue all year long that he's fighting through, but that's no excuse. I mean, he's out there to compete. Illinois did a good job. They had athletes on him. They kept bodies. Trey did a good job. Boswell, put guys that I'm not diminishing what they did, but I thought he was a little bit out of. I didn't sense the normal kind of pop and physicality, and that's why I took him out. We have a big kind of stretch coming up, and the game was kind of out of reach. And I know he was mad; he wanted to go back in, but I just didn't like the way he was moving and the way the game was going. We gotta play the long game a little bit. But I feel for him because you want a guy in his senior year to be at full health, especially a guy who's such a good player, and how much this means to him. But I tell you what, man, there's not a lot of guys with some of the stuff he's going through and banged up. There's not a lot of kids that would even be out there, and that's how much I respect what he's trying to do for his team.
What did you notice in prep with Illinois or even feel tonight that's different about them from that first matchup in Evanston, if anything?
Not much. I mean, obviously with Thomas, Morez is not going to be the pick and pop guy. Um, they're a very physical team. I thought we matched the physicality in the first game, but they were physical in the first game too. I thought we matched it, and we did a much better job defensively. We forced a lot more turnovers. They didn't shoot the ball as well, in the first game. But look how they've played. I mean, they keep getting better. They got young guys that are getting better. I mean, you don't have some of the wins. You don't go to Oregon and win by 40 and go to Indiana and win by 30 and some of the games that they've had and how impressive they've been. We had we have the ultimate respect for who they are as one of the top teams in our league. And, hopefully Thomas can get back. I just hate it, I hate when kids get hurt or sick or whatever it is. I mean, you only have a small window to play college basketball, and it's so special. So honestly, as a competitor, he's a heck of a player. You don't want to have to go against him, but man, I seen him over there not being able to play with his teammates, seeing what a guy like Brooks is going through or other injuries across the country. I just, from a personal standpoint, I hope he can get back quick and get back out there and rejoin his teammates.
Chris Nicholson only played 14 minutes. What went into that decision?
I just didn't like the way he was playing. I mean, it was just a coaching decision. I mean, I just didn't feel like his energy was great today. But again, I don't pin it on the players. I gave those other guys a chance. I thought Keenan came in and gave us some energy, and Luke Hunger came in the second half and gave us a little bit of life. And, I didn't think Matt was kind of his normal self today. So just kind of the way the game was going, we were down big. I just wanted to take a look at those other two kids and see if they could give us a little bit of a lift.
Hi, Chris.
Hey, Steve.
Given what Brad has done here over the last 6 or so seasons and what you've done over the last handful, win 3 straight in the rivalry in Evanston, what is these Illinois games just come to mean to you at this point?
Yeah, I mean, I've said it all along. We would love for it to be a rivalry, but we have to do our part. I mean, and we've been able to win some home games, which is great. And they're a championship level program. They won the Big Ten tournament last year. I grew up in the state of Illinois, so I'm a big, the tradition here, the players that have played here and all those things. And we're just trying to build that. We're in the very much the beginning stages of trying to get, to that point. I think we've gotten a lot better. I think we are a respected program, at least amongst coaches and people that we compete against. I feel we've earned respect. I can't speak to public. I don't read that. I don't know. Maybe people don't respect us, but I feel like we've gotten better. I feel like, with a little bit of the winning the last couple of years to kind of show what we've done. And I would love for this to be a rivalry, I think in order for something to be a rivalry, both teams have to win. And, fortunately, the last couple of years, we've been able to take care of home, which I think has made it better. And we haven't done very well in this building the last 2 years.
Any more questions? All right, that'll wrap this
All right.
up.
Thank you, guys.